Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday and welcome to your energy boost. This is Jacqueline Kane, Master Energy Healer, and I'm very excited today to share some information. So a lot of the work I do with people is helping them uncover their inherited energetic blocks that they don't even know is preventing them from living the life that they most desire. And recently, I've had a few clients show up, and in the discovery, the self-awareness part of our conversation, we discover that as they were the life in the womb, their mother may have gone through a traumatic experience. Something may have happened that caused trauma to the mother. For example, I was working with a client, and so the specific client I was working with, we were working with her daughter because the daughter was sick. This was a single mom with two kids, two young kids. Her frustration was that the kids would be with the in-laws, with the ex-husband over the weekend, and would come back sick. And so as I asked more questions, how often was she sick? The mom said that she was sick often, that this child was always sick, which got me thinking and asking the next question. So I use a lot of my intuition. So for some reason, I was asking the question, did something happen when you were pregnant with this daughter? And the mom said, yes. She said that when she was 6 months pregnant, she discovered that her husband at that time was having an affair, which of course caused the mom to feel disappointment, fear, anger, sadness, all of this rush of emotion. And so imagine you're inside this cocoon and you feel this rush of emotion for this tiny baby. What would that be like for you if you were inside this cocoon? Good morning, Norma. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I have such a hard time trying to get on this, find the right way to get on this thing. Last week I was on, but you couldn't see me.
Sorry
It's
about
my fault. No, it's my fault because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay. You made it here. And I have I've been sharing some really exciting discoveries. So when I have a lot of clients who have similar like little traumas or events that happen, there's a similarity, right? And that's what I base a lot of my work on, is uncovering similar habits and patterns. So what I've uncovered recently is how easy a person's life is. Norma, I'm just going to mute you, okay? It's just a little background, just for a second. So I'll keep talking about what I was sharing before you hopped on. I had a client, she's a single mom, she has two young girls. When they go to the ex-husband, one of the daughters gets sick when she gets back home. And my client was saying that she gets sick, this child specifically gets sick often. So in my inquiry, I kept asking questions and I said, by chance, did anything happen while you were pregnant with this child? And she said, yes, that at 6 months, she discovered her husband at that time was having an affair, which you can imagine caused a lot of emotion for that woman who was carrying that child. And that child in that womb was in a container, feeling that rush of emotion, the shock, the shame, all of it. And of course, that child had nowhere to go. So then that child is born, And then she's having health problems. She's having hearing problems. She has tubes put in. All of this because she's carrying all the shame and the emotion that was never resolved, right? And so I even asked, I have another client who, or a friend who has a daughter who has cerebral palsy. The same thing. It was a very difficult pregnancy, and it was a difficult birth. So my question to everybody, how was your time in the womb? What was your birth like? Do you even remember? Most of us don't, but so you can unmute, Norma, if you have any idea. Have you heard stories about what your birth was like? Here. Does that help?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I don't really remember my birth. The stories I heard was I'm a twin and I was born first, but that my brother was holding on to my foot, you know. So I think about that, and it's like he was trying to be first, and I was first, But aside from that, I guess no, not really. He, my brother, during our younger years, I understand, was very close, protected, always wanted to be with me. I guess like some twins really are,
Yeah.
but as far as like any difficulties, we was a IUD babies. So my mother wasn't supposed to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And she had two.
So can you imagine her shock and like little fear maybe, right? Of, oh my gosh, now what?
and we're the last set of 3 sets of twins. So she's probably really,
Your mom had 3 sets of twins?
yes.
Oh my God.
So she probably was really knowing that she wasn't supposed to get pregnant. And then she already had 2 sets of twins.
Mm-hmm.
And now another set of twins. So yeah, probably very much shocking.
And so with your brother holding on to your, did you say he was holding on to your leg?
My
Or
foot,
your foot?
my foot. Mhm.
Have you ever had problems with that foot?
I know,
Okay.
I you know, I when I
Or
was
moving
younger,
forward?
I guess even now I've kind of straightened it out, but I had to wear corrective shoes because I was very much pigeon-toed, you know. Um, but I guess that would be something I would have to really sit back and contemplate,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
This is
now,
all just new, for me, it's new information. So, because even if your time in the womb is tough, if your birth is tough, you're going to create a life that's tough because that's what you've experienced. You're going to continue the beliefs that I'm not safe here. Life isn't safe. Life is difficult, right? Which will create more situations. Now, it's not to say, of course, there's ways to change it, right? But first we have to be aware of why do some people have it so tough? And this was just like a big eye opener for me. Of course, it's going to be tough. It's a lot of emotion for a little child to feel in the womb and feel completely trapped.
Yeah.
So let's do some tapping. Well, anything else coming up for you, Norma?
No. But I do need the tapping, because I'm visiting my grandchildren, 4 of them.
Right now?
Yes, I'm gonna be with them for the summer. So I'm up in Connecticut, and that even is, but the tapping has helped me because I get up before they get up, and I go through my breathing. I thank the Lord, and then I say I'm gonna allow myself to receive any kind of loving in any aspect that my grandkids give it to me,
That's right.
and pray that it gets better. And so, it's been pretty good. I sit down, I talk to them. I'm like, no fussing, no fighting, no arguing. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and they are outside, or gets some of that energy off, because in school these days they don't have recess, so they need that fresh air to help them to grow, and to clean out any toxicities that may have
Mhm.
that they may have had.
Just move
So
out that energy. That's exciting, whatever energy they're carrying. Absolutely. They need to run it off.
that's
So
right.
what does, and this is a good topic for moms who are transitioning into summer mode and what to do with the kids and dealing with them at home. It is a transition. It's
Yes.
always fun to have them home, but then what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
what,
because I decided today is the day that, so each one is 4 of them, so each one of them gets a day where they want to go or what they want to do and what we're going to eat for lunch. So
I
they make
love,
them feel a part of decision making of what they're going to do this summer.
and so what comes up for you knowing that you're going to be with them for the summer?
Nervous, but like I say already, I have kind of started, because they're 2 different families,
Okay.
and I'm anxious, and like I said, every morning I get up and I pray, Lord, just help me to make it through this day. I just want to make it through this day, because I'm very much nervous. They're from 5 to 13. Okay. So
Okay.
even the 5-year-old, all she does is talk about how she is not. And I guess it's because of what they have been telling her. She's too little. So sometimes she's whining, and, or she's crying because, they're saying, no, you can't play this because you're too little. And so I have decided that I haven't done it with her yet, because today is really like the first day, but to do something for a 5-year-old while they are out there. The other one is 7, 11, and 13. Even the 7-year-old, but one is a boy, one is a girl. But that's the other thing, is to think about how to keep this going with such a young age and such an old. The 5-year-old and the 13-year-old are brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? So even
So if I can actually ask you, what is your nervousness specifically about?
what my nervousness is specifically about is, then I guess that I am able to get through the summer with them, and everybody has a good time.
So are you worried about conflict
Oh,
and either keeping them busy or not keeping them happy?
I guess it's not so much not keeping them busy, but keeping them happy. And the 7-year-old and the 11-year-old are brother and sister. And it's the sister that's the older of these two. And I'm thinking about what you're saying. And when her brother was born, my daughter kind of, do this, watch your brother. And so now, where he's 7, she kind of is still, Adam, don't do this, don't do this. Don't. And it's like he's old enough. He doesn't, for a long time, he didn't speak for himself. Even like today, I asked him, does he eat English muffins? And he said, I don't know, ask Dahlia, which is his sister. And I'm like, no, honey, I'm asking you. I want you to tell me. Come, let me show you what an English muffin looks like. Do you recognize it? And would you like it? Let's try this. How about if I give you half of an English muffin, and if you like it, then you can have the other half. So I guess that's the other thing, is knowing that this granddaughter has really had a lot to say about her brother's, what he's doing. The other thing is trying to allow him or let him be independent. And I'm thinking about like you said about the birth, and how that is affecting. He was born with congenital glaucoma. So that was a rough birth in itself. And now that gives me something else to think about, and even to bring it to my daughter. Both her children have health issues.
Okay.
So
it's something to think about, right? And if you have eye issues, glaucoma issues, what is it that child doesn't want to see? Or was it something that's, his parents didn't want to see? So these are all kinds of questions to follow the trail back, right? What's the path that got you here?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, something to think about.
That's something to think about. That is definitely something to think about.
And if they both have health issues, there's something there. So it's either ancestral that that was passed down, an energy of feeling and emotion, or something happened in those 9 months that he was in the womb, right? For both of them. So yeah, and I want to say, Norma, they're very lucky to have you, because we don't want a little boy. Well, first of all, the granddaughter somehow took it on that it's her job to keep her brother safe.
Yeah.
Somehow that message was, she took on that message.
Yeah.
She held it, and now she's going to be his protector, and he's going to tell him. But the thing is, now you've got your grandson who doesn't know what he likes.
Yeah.
And will always expect the woman to tell him what to do. And that's what he's going to search out. So he's shut down. So this summer, you're going to help him explore that. So that's fun, right? You can make it fun is what we want to do.
So we're going to try and make it bring him out of his shell, but also in a good way.
A good fun way, yeah.
And see, God is good, because this came just in time for me to even start working and know which way to go, analyzing the past and what has gone on, and see what I can better do to help him to come out of his shell, and realizing, like you said, what happened during my daughter's pregnancy.
Yeah.
And, the brain is already working because of things,
Yeah. Yeah,
So
good. And something else you can do with kids is like show them a piece of toast and an English muffin. Which one do you like? Which one do you want? How does each one taste? Maybe have them all do a test, just so that he's not singled out,
yes, yeah. Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because boys may be embarrassed, or any kid at that age could be embarrassed. We don't want to do that. So
Thank you. That's yeah. That's good. That's
does that
good.
help? Yeah. So how about a little bit of tapping, and then we'll set you on your way. And I want to hear
Yeah,
more about how the summer goes and what shifts for them. Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah. So let's do some tapping. I've seen something big today.
I've seen something big today.
How much a person's health
How much a person's health
can be related to their birth.
can be related to their birth.
And I wonder what happened
And I wonder what happened
to my grandchildren's birth
to my grandchildren's birth
and what energy they were conceived in.
and what energy they were exposed to.
What happened to them?
What happened to them?
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
And I'm opening myself up
I'm opening myself up
to create a fun experience for them this summer.
to create a fun experience for them this summer.
A fun experience in discovering
A fun experience in
discovering who my grandkids are
discovering who my grandkids are,
and helping them discover who they are,
and helping them discover who they are,
what they like and what they don't like,
what they like and what they don't like.
and just have fun around it
Just have fun around it
and really enjoy being with my grandkids.
and really enjoy being and exploring things with my grandchildren,
Because that's a blessing.
because that is a blessing.
And I thank God and the universe for them.
I thank God and the universe for them.
And all of this starts right now.
And all of this starts right now.
So just take a deep breath and shake that off. What do you notice? What do you
Got
sense?
me. Listen, I'm ready to get started now. I'm getting ready to get my pad and write down some things.
Good.
So
You have some homework.
I got some homework. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thank God for making you the conduit to get me.
Well, thank you for showing up and having this conversation. Thank you. So you have a great day. Please share what new fun discoveries come through for you and those kids this summer. And if anybody's watching this, please share what you've uncovered with your birth and your health and the connection. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.